What's up, everyone? Aaron Nagler here, PackersNews.com, live on Facebook late in the day on Monday. Heard from Mike McCarthy. We've been to Ray Nitschke Field and watched the proceedings there. We've talked to the guys in the locker room, but now it's my favorite part of the day, talking to you fine folks, Packers fans all over the country and indeed the world, as we wrap up another day here at Packers camp. Injuries, obviously, always a big part of any camp story. It's no different today with both Jair Alexander and Kevin King not participating in practice. Kevin King dealing with a shoulder injury, the opposite shoulder that basically got him shut down last season. And Jair Alexander dealing with groin tightness. This never sounds fun. Talking to a source on Alexander, it sounds like he won't be out very long. Can't find any information on Kevin King. We'll just have to wait and see how that plays out. One big scare today at practice, Jimmy Graham diving for a ball from Aaron Rodgers. Couldn't come up with it, and Josh Jones, who was in coverage, leapt along with him and landed on him. Jimmy Graham spent a good minute or so lying and then getting up and not really trying to get up from the ground. He was in apparent pain, and you could hear a pin drop. People were fearing the worst, but Graham did get up, get to his feet, make his way to the sideline, and was back in drill work in a little bit. So, crisis averted there. Another addition today from the Walking Wounded was Randall Cobb, who we all know did not participate in family night on Saturday night, but he was back out there today in full pads, and he was a full go. Someone else who made their return today was Kentrell Bryce. He was a full participant early, not only in the stretching and the individual stuff early on, but the ball skills work that they were doing the first part of practice. And then it looked like he was a good to go for teamwork, but then he dropped out and went inside with a trainer to the Hudson Center. He indicated afterwards that was the wishes of the training staff. He didn't appear to have suffered a setback, but we'll see what his status is tomorrow. Aaron, do I sense optimism from you on the Packer D for this season? In so much that I think they will be better, but that's kind of a low bar, seeing as the last 2 years we've watched a really disorganized unit get taken advantage of, mostly on third downs. I think they just need to be a little bit better on third down and get off the field a few more times and get the ball to Aaron Rodgers, and I think Mike Pettin is going to do just that. I'm not ready to sit here on August 7th or 6th or whatever it is and say that they're ready to be a dominant force, but they should be improved from the last few years. How has Mo Wilkerson been? I was talking to Mike Silver from the NFL Network, who was here today. He's been an immovable object. And yeah, you mentioned you haven't heard his name a lot. The run drill work that they do is not exactly something that you can write a whole lot about. It's a mass of bodies. You can't really look at technique. We don't have access to the coach's tape. And then, most of the pass drill work or even any of the team work, he's not allowed to get after the quarterback. So he's been stout in run defense. He's been big time down by the goal line. The few goal line sessions that they've had, he has been immovable. So far, early returns on Wilkerson, I think, are pretty good. Which backup QB is looking better so far? I would give the nod to Kaiser at this point. I think Hundley's been up and down. I think they both have been. I think Kaiser's shown he's a little bit more athletic. He's got a little bit better arm, and he's shown an ability to get push the ball downfield a little bit more. Hundley had a few really nice throws today, though, and as well as on family night, one to Valdez-Scantling that he dropped in the end zone. But if I had to give the nod to someone at this point, I would probably give it to Kaiser. How much will starters play on Thursday? Richard, I'd be surprised if many starters played at all. They started with Kaiser in the 2-minute drill today, which gives you an indication most likely that he's going to be the first up. I doubt Rodgers plays. I doubt Adams plays. I doubt any of these people, the top flight starters. I'd be surprised if any of them got any serious work on Thursday night. Chris, hello. Thanks for saying hello. Navarro Bowman, no word on Bowman. I know that's a name that has been popping up since Jake Ryan went down, but right now I think they're rolling with the young guys that they've got. And it should be noted that Ahmad Thomas has really kind of stepped up, and I don't think he's going to ever be mistaken for an All-Pro, but he is done the work when called upon, and that's all you can ask. It'll be interesting to see how much playing time he gets on Thursday night. What rookie wide receiver has looked the best? I think people are probably sick of hearing the name, but I got to go Jake Kumaro. Although he's not technically a rookie, so I guess you could quibble with that. If you're talking about the guys that they drafted, it's really hard to say. I think Valdez-Scantling had a good day today. Equanimous St. Brown had a real good Friday and Saturday. Jamam Moore makes some really nice plays, coupled with a few drops. Valdez-Scantling had another bad drop today. So it's been up and down for all of them. I think ultimately of the three, I think Jamam Moore is your best bet to see significant playing time early. But there's a lot to play out yet. Still a few weeks here of camp and preseason to watch these guys shake out. Thoughts on Montravius Adams? Derek, I thought he had a really nice practice on Saturday night. He's been, I'm not going to say a pleasant surprise because we really didn't know what to expect, but he's definitely come to work, and I think his quickness is definitely noticeable in whatever drill work they're doing. We'll see. The next step is how does he perform under the lights Thursday night against competition when it's live. Because right now, even in the quickest drills, the fastest drills they do, those are still not live reps. That's the next step, though. So far, though, it's been promising. Will Boyle push for the 53? Andrew, I seriously doubt it. He is the epitome of a camp arm to me. I know that people always glom on to the fourth or even fifth quarterback on the roster, hoping that he makes a run. I just don't see the accuracy or the arm strength. I saw him try to throw to the far hash today, and he really had to torque his entire body to get it over there. I just don't think he's an NFL player. He's fine. He's serviceable, but I would be absolutely shocked if they used a roster spot on him. Oh, thank you, Eric. That's very nice of you to say. What are your thoughts on the change in the kickoff this year? David, I'm interested to see more of it. We got a taste of it, a slight little look at it there during the Hall of Fame game last Thursday night. I'm with what Aaron Rodgers was saying the other day at his locker when he said not giving them a head start and making it more like the punt. There's a good possibility they're making it more dangerous, and they're trying to get, not in the sense of the play itself, but because there will be most likely more kicks returned, and therefore putting guys at risk. I think it's a lot of fiddling for a play that's most likely going to be out of the game in a year or two. Is Reggie Gilbert looking good? Matthew, yes he is. I thought he really came on Friday. I thought he had a really strong showing Saturday, and that continued again today, Monday. I tweeted out during practice, he keeps beating his man with his initial move and then having to let up because there's that quarterback with a red jersey and he's not allowed to hit him. But he had a bit of a slow start to my eyes so far this summer, but he's really come on these last 3 or 4 practices. Who's looking better between Beagle and Gilbert? It's really hard to say. I would probably give the edge to Gilbert, but only slightly. I think Beagle's had a good camp. Is there a comp to the team if Cole never shows? Not really. He would probably just revert to the draft pool next year if he's out all season, but there's a long way to go till we get there. How's Cobb's ankle doing? Zach seems to be doing great. He was a full participant in practice today, full pads, full go, out there catching passes from Aaron Rodgers, so sounds like he's good. Why not invest in better helmets than changing the game? Well, they are slowly changing what they require guys to use for helmets, but that's change is slow, no doubt. Is there Beagle? Yep, just talked about him. Hello from Seattle. What's up, James? Thanks for checking in. How is Ty looking? Edwin, he's looked great in the 2-minute stuff that they do. That's where it's been his primary use. He hasn't done a whole lot in regards to first down, second down, but as a third down back and in no huddle / 2-minute, he's been awfully effective, and that's where he's been used. Jamon to start instead of Allison? Zach, I would doubt it. I think Allison's really had a strong camp. I thought he looked really good on Saturday night, and he's certainly got Aaron Rodgers' trust, which obviously goes a long way. But There's still a long way to go. Still a lot of practices and a lot of preseason games for that to change. But right now, I would say Allison's looking like a good bet to start on the outside opposite Adams. All right, everybody, I'm going to have to jump. Thank you so much for all the questions. I'm sorry if I couldn't get to yours. Make sure you're checking PackersNews.com for all the latest, barring any breaking news overnight. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks a lot.